How do you see fibromyalgia and scoliosis at frequency level? Let's go. First of all, Chaos Makeup and Beauty, thank you for your question. That logo is fire, mama. 20 plus years in the branding industry, that's good shit. Once upon a time, I was a fashion hoe. Okay. Fibromyalgia is a catch-all that the medical industry refused to acknowledge, but when they don't know something and things come in, tests come out inconclusive, they put it in the fibromyalgia bucket. But really what you're dealing with is chronic pain. It's the body's way of telling you it's no longer interested in the character that you have been playing your whole life. Part one. Once again, I'm just going to preface this. I am not a doctor. Please do your own research. Okay. All right. So scoliosis, when you have that level of distortion around a nervous system, a spinal issue system, information literally can't move down the spine. Typically, I see these are heavily related to war injuries. So whether or not it's an idiopathic type of scoliosis or an epigenetically supported type of scoliosis, I would want to go in there and see the patterning. But invariably, it's always related to late 1800s pesticide use, environmental factors, and heavy metals. I'll also say this importantly, that is the advent of vaccines, when you started to see a lot of these bifurcation of gene mutation and a lot of these further degenerative diseases in the nervous system. The nervous system navigates, so you start to compromise the way people are receiving their information, then the body holds the score, right? It starts to actually have a physical response to this. So I would want to go in and see the patterning that's associated with this type of presentation in the individual that I would be reading, for example. But post-industrial revolution, vaccines, these kinds of things, major players. So in short, I would want to go see what the patterning is, right? See what it's associated with, and then start working on where your original blueprint is versus where all these other distortions came in. I'll also say that I've seen this general fight pattern in people who have these degenerative diseases, like a strong fight pattern. So war frequency, fighting against the status quo, fighting against ideology, fighting against religion. This takes a toll on the nervous system, and it starts to kind of not understand the information it's taking in, and it turns these people into a little bit of a ball, like Stephen Hawking, for example, a really good example of that. Very brilliant, couldn't really handle the information he was perceiving and taking in. Great question. I hope this answered it to some degree, which I do not.